Hi, my name is Hezwin Chandran Sagaran, Bachelor of Computer Science in Inti International University. MedixSys Solutions is a Singaporean-based application service provider that provides cloud-based healthcare software which is known as MediLink 360. It aids clinics and hospitals to handle patients' records, automate billing as well as managing real-time secure data. This video talks about one of the biggest examples of a cybersecurity breach that a client named MedixSys experienced in 2025, which lets us see how a lack of strong governance and obsolete systems have led sensitive patient information to be exposed in some way. This is to learn that why high security is very important in software as a service, and how ASPs must defend the faith of their clients. The fact alone that one breach may break the trust but may even mean breaking the law as it is in the case of PDPA in Malaysia makes security non-negotiable in the medical sector. To the clinics, this violation translated to loss of patient treatment time, reversion to manual record keeping and severe loss of system confidence.
Production. An application service provider, ASP, is an organization that sells IT services and software via the Internet. MedixSys is a SaaS company that provides MediLink 360 to the healthcare providers. SaaS delivery lower the IT costs and makes them more scalable by clinics of Malaysia such as Silver Care. Let's see how MediLink 360 helps clinic operate efficiently. MediLink 360 relieves small and medium-sized healthcare providers of the responsibility to maintain their own IT infrastructure and permits these providers to provide efficient patient care. Security is a critical aspect in this calibration. On the other hand, it implies that security is the task of the provider and cybersecurity is one of the priorities. This collaborative role implies that clinics will rely wholly on the ASP to deliver a secure and stable solution, as any form of weakness in the provider can affect thousands of patients. In summary, MedixSys MediLink 360 offers scalable, cost-effective SaaS solutions to healthcare clinics, easing IT burdens while emphasizing security and reliable patient care. Security threat and risk analysis. The hack in MedixSys revealed a number of high risks. Hackers used a zero-day exploit in a firewall plugin and stole 55,000 patient records on 17 clinics. These threats are as follows. 1. Data leak opening individual health information. 2. Ransomware. It was ransomware where attackers required to pay in Bitcoin. 3. Prolonged exposure. The breach was not detected during 9 days. Apart from this, SaaS providers are also exposed to phishing attempts that target clinic staff, and insider threats where employees misuse their privileged access. The third critical weakness was the lack of security information and event management (SIEM) system that once noticed could have discovered the abnormal access patterns and shorted time by which the attackers were inside the system. To the clients, risks of lost trust on the part of the patients, regulatory fines and business interruption is involved. To the provider, risks include damage of reputation, penalty, and cancellation of contracts. Security policies and security goals. Security policies are regulations, which outline security procedures of an organization. The governance in MedixSys was compromised and that enabled significant gaps. The right policies would have mitigated the effects of this breach. The CIA Triad explains the key security goals: confidentiality, keep patient data out of sight of unauthorized people. Integrity records should not be altered and be accurate. Availability of guarantee systems when required. Some of the security policies that MedixSys ought to have undertaken includes effective password strength and multi-factor authentication among administrators. Transparency incident response policies and timelines of breach notification. Establish patch management rules in order to resolve the software vulnerability expediently. Access controls to data, segregating storage data and encryption keys. Had these policies been implemented, MedixSys might have also identified the attack and countered it at a much earlier stage and saved the company, as well as its clients.
Cybersecurity means digital and physical security. MedixSys data centers keep client information secure. Protecting against misuse, theft, and natural disasters like fire or floods is critical. Physical and digital security must work together for effective data protection. Physical security mechanisms. 1. Server rooms with biometric access. 2. 24-hour surveillance with CCTV monitoring. 3. Disaster recovery and backup power systems. Without physical safeguards, even the strongest cybersecurity can be bypassed through physical breaches.
Encryption to protect sensitive data. Sensitive health records require encryption. In this case, however, a fatal error was made by MedixSys, who stored the encryption keys in the same server as the data. There are the following best practices: keeping encryption keys in a separate secure key vault. Data in transit using end-to-end encryption. Running powerful algorithms such as ES256 on healthcare records. Adequate encryption would make it so that in case data are stolen, the attackers would not be able to read it. Conclusion. Overall, the MedixSys hack exhibits the extent of governance lapses, patching errors and failure to manage keys, and how it can ruin providers and their clients. ASPs can ensure that sensitive data is to be stored and used securely, that regulations are adhered to, and that client trinity is retained by enacting superior security policies, physically protecting data and using proper encryption. ASP's security is not an option, it is the pillar of reliability in the digital healthcare era. After all, it is not only a technical task but also a moral obligation to protect patient information, since healthcare facilities work with one of the most sensitive user data.